Hey y'all, welcome back. Keith and I don't eat a lot of fish or seafood just because we really don't care for it. I'll eat tuna. I like tuna salad, but Keith won't even eat tuna. So we do like one certain food cooked a certain way though. So come along and I'm going to show you what's for dinner tonight. These are our ingredients for tonight's dinner. We've got raw shrimp. We choose to use the peeled, deveined tail off. We always use the small. Use whatever size you want. We have our minute rice, our broccoli. He's going to be using a stick of butter, and seasonings are going to be garlic powder and Cosmo's Hot Dirty Bird. If you need to know where to find the Hot Dirty Bird, you can find it on Amazon or most Ace Hardwares carry it. If you can't find it at Ace Hardware and you have a Piggly Wiggly, they carry it there. Let's get this dinner started. We're going to have the broccoli going over here in our little steamer pot, and I'm going to be cooking some rice. It's minute rice, so you're going to do equal parts. I'm doing 1 1/3 cup of water to 1 1/3 cup of rice. Keith's going to be cooking our shrimp on the Blackstone tonight. If you don't have a Blackstone, that's perfectly fine. You can cook yours on the stovetop. He just likes to cook it this way because it's so good. But he's just melting butter down. You take a whole stick of butter and melt it down. And this is if you're doing 1 pack of the shrimp. He's sprinkling some of the Hot Dirty Bird into the butter, and he's going to go ahead and put his garlic powder in. Make sure that you're melting your butter into an oven-safe pan, something that can be on the Blackstone. When your butter gets melted down, add your shrimp in. I've added a whole bag of broccoli in. We're going to put the lid on, let it steam. We eat broccoli all the time, so I know you've seen me do this a million times. We're going to get our water boiling. We're going to add in 1 1/3 cups of rice. Once we add the rice in, then I'm going to take it off of the heat and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. You want to cook this for probably 5 minutes. In the pan. And then you're going to take it out of the pan, put it on your Blackstone. You just want to cook it for 2 or 3 minutes on the Blackstone itself.
It don't take long for shrimp to cook at all anyway.
You heard that. This is a job site recipe that Keith learned while on the job site. Sometimes the guys out there will cook lunch. Some of them carry a Blackstone with them, a small one. And so this is where he learned it from. Add some more Hot Dirty Bird to it. Gives it a little bit of a kick. Then you're going to put it back in the pan with all that butter.
And that's all she wrote.
Here's our dinner for two. We've got our shrimp, our broccoli, and our rice. We're going to dig in. Today we're going to be making an apple crisp. Now you can cook this either in the microwave or in your oven. I'm going to be cooking mine in the oven, but I will leave the instructions for both microwave and oven temps, you know, the times and everything. So for our filling for our apple crisp, you're going to need one large apple that's peeled and thinly sliced. If you don't have an apple, like I don't have a whole apple, but I do have these apple slices, I'm just going to take my apple slices and peel them and slice them a little thinner. I may even dice mine. But you need about 1 cup of apples that are peeled and sliced. You're going to need the juice from a half a lemon. I don't have a lemon and I don't have lemon juice, so I'm going to omit that from my apple crisp. I'm not going to run out and buy a lemon or lemon juice just because I don't have it. So it is what it is, and I will make do. You're going to need cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, and flour. And that's going to be the ingredients for your filling. Moving on to your topping, it's going to be a crisp topping, and you're going to need butter, room temp butter. You're going to need brown sugar, flour, cinnamon, nutmeg, and you're going to need oats. I'm using the quick 1-minute oats. If you have regular oats, that's fine. So let's get this party started and get this apple crisp put together. Okay, I'm going to get started peeling and slicing my apple slices. Okay, I'm going to get started peeling these. I'm actually going to use my vegetable peeler, which is going to help that a whole lot. That's a lot quicker than trying to use this knife to get those peeled. I just tried peeling with a knife and it was very awkward. So I suggest using a vegetable peeler if you're using the slices. It's much faster that way, and I'm much more accurate with it without wasting too much apple. So I'm going to get these peeled up and then we'll get them sliced. Okay, I've got about 12 apple slices here. I'm just going to cut mine up. It says just thinly sliced, but I think I want mine cut in little chunks, little cubes. So I'm just going to get that cut up. You need about a cup. I have 12 apple slices here. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we're going to find out. If not, I can peel a few more and get those sliced up. I want mine cut small like this so that it doesn't take that long to cook. If you do this in the oven, you want to cook it on about 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'll tell you at the end approximately how long it took mine. Okay. Let's put this in this measuring cup and we'll see how much we have and see if I need to peel any more. I think we're going to be just about right. I needed 1 cup and I believe we're going to have 1 cup. There you go. There's our cup of apple slices. So you're going to either use 1 whole apple or you're going to use around 10 to 12 apple slices. whichever way you choose to do it. Now we'll get our other ingredients and let's get this mixed up. Okay, I got me a bowl to mix the rest of my filling ingredients in before I add my apples into that. So you want to take 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, put that in your bowl. You want 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm using ground nutmeg. You want 1/8 teaspoon of this. You want 1/2 tablespoon of brown sugar. And you want 1/2 tablespoon of flour, all-purpose flour. You just want to kind of mix that around a little bit. Here's your mixture. You want to toss your apples in there. You just want to get that mixed up around in there really good. The juice from these apples is going to help all that come together in your filling when it starts cooking in the oven. But you just want to toss that around. Get all the apples nice and coated. That flour is going to help thicken it up a little bit. And the cinnamon and nutmeg and brown sugar is going to give it a delicious flavor. Okay, you're going to take this. I'm not cooking it in that bowl because that bowl is not oven safe. It is microwave safe, but I'm not doing mine in the microwave. So I've got my little pie pan right here. It's an individual serving pie pan. And I'm just going to pour my apple mixture into that pie pan. It's kind of like with the blueberry cobbler, only some different ingredients. I'm going to pack that down in there pretty good. And we'll move to the next step. Okay, let's make our crisp topping for our apple crisp. First thing you want to do is take 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter, and you want to kind of dice that or cut it up in small pieces into your bowl. I'm just going to kind of chop mine up with this knife a little bit because it's definitely room temp. We'll get that cut up. Okay, I have my butter just in a bowl, kind of chopped up in little pieces. Now you want to take 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and you're going to add that into the bowl. Just brown sugar. Next, you want to add 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. And you want to add 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then you want to add 1 tablespoon of flour. And you want 3 tablespoons of oats. I'm using the quick 1-minute oats. Use what you have. So I need 3 tablespoons. You're going to combine this with a fork until it's all nice and crumbly. Remember, you've got your butter in there, and that butter is going to help make this into a crumble. You just keep pushing it around with your fork, combining it with it until it's all nice and crumbly. I'll show you that finished product in just a minute. This is what your finished topping is going to look like when you get it all mixed up. See, it's just kind of crumbly. It's kind of like a cookie dough texture in a way. But you're just going to take whatever you have your apples in, your apple mixture in. You're just going to take this topping, just like with the blueberry cobbler. And you just want to take it and spread it around all over the top. Just crumble it up on top of it. There's no rhyme or reason. You just put it on there. If you want a certain pattern, then hey, go for it. I don't really care what it looks like as long as it tastes good. And I have a feeling this is going to be pretty good. So it smells so good with the apples and the cinnamon and brown sugar and nutmeg. Perfect fall dessert for one person. You can easily adjust this recipe to accommodate 2 people. I know I'm actually going to make a second one for my husband since he's home. We'll see if he eats it. He's a very picky eater. He doesn't like oatmeal at all. I haven't told him that oatmeal is in this. We'll see what happens. I'll let you know. But this is going to be your finished product that's going in the oven. That butter that is in that topping mixture is going to be going down into those apples with all those other seasonings. I have a feeling this is going to be delicious. I know it's probably going to have my house smelling wonderful. So let's pop this in the oven at 375 degrees for approximately 20 to 25 minutes. I will let you know how long. Now, if you're doing this in the microwave, you want to put it all together the same way. Put it in a microwave safe dish, and you're going to want to cook it for 2 to 3 minutes until the apples are soft and the crisp topping is melted and is crispy at the edges. So in the microwave 2 to 3 minutes, in the oven for probably 20 to 25. I'll let you know when I take it out. Bonus for no waste, I'm going to chop these peelings up and I'm going to give them to my chickens. I have some adult hens, and then I have some babies that are 12 weeks old. So they're about half the size of my grown girls. But they haven't had any kind of treats like this yet. So they are probably going to love this once they actually taste it. They're kind of timid about trying new things, but once they get a taste of something and they realize they like it, those little chickens will storm you when they see you coming for their run. But I know my grown girls are going to love these apple peelings. I'm going to chop them up because I don't want their crops getting impacted by a large piece of peeling. But I don't need any issues coming up, because I fed them something that was maybe too large for the smaller birds. So there's no waste here. When I say no waste, when I'm talking about no waste here at our house, we use everything up that we can. And I know most people throw the apple peelings away when they're cooking something like that. I actually don't. Before I had chickens, I would eat the apple peel. I remember sitting on the front porch with my granddaddy, and he would peel an apple. As he would peel the apple, he was handing me the apple peels. And I would sit there and fill up on the apple peels and barely eat the apple. They were just that good. So I've got that ready. I'll put that in my bowl and get that taken out to the baby chickens. No food waste. Here's my apple crisp. It is fresh out of the oven and it took exactly 25 minutes. Let's see if I can get it up here without burning myself and show it to you up close. The top is nice and crisp. It's browned really pretty. And the inside is bubbly and hot. So I'm going to set it over here to the side. I'm going to let it cool for at least 10 to 20 minutes. And then I'll show you the inside. My apple crisp has been cooling now for about 15 minutes. It's still pretty hot though, so can you hear that's the crispness of your topping. It browned up really nice. We're going to dig into the inside. Oh, look. Doesn't that look delicious? That looks really good. Okay, y'all. I showed you the apple crisp. Now I'm going to taste it for you. It looks delicious. It smells delicious. Get a little bit of the topping. Some of the filling inside, the apple filling. Let's give it a try. This is delicious. Those apples, they're done, but they have just a little bit of a crisp left in them. They're not mushy. That topping is absolutely wonderful with the cinnamon and the brown sugar and the nutmeg. Oh, that's so good. You got to give this one a try. If you give it a try, let me know how you like it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoyed the additional footage of a dessert for one. That dessert is very adaptable for 2 people. I actually made 2 because Keith is home. He may or may not eat it. We'll see. He said he would at least try it. He's very picky. He's a very picky eater. And he doesn't like oatmeal. So we'll see if he likes this. And I hope to see you in the next video. Not sure what I'm making yet, but we'll see. If you haven't already, go like this video, share this video, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.